Yeah, yeah. We were running on borrowed nights, broken clocks and city lights. Every kiss felt out of sync, like we were drifting on the brink. If I could freeze that moment still, I'd hold you tighter, always will. But time kept pushing us away, like it is something else to say. Every heartbeat's calling me to a place we used to be. So take me back, back to us, before the world got in between. Hit rewind, don't make a fuss, let's relive our best damn dreams. If I had one shot in time, I'd go back just to find that first spark, that first touch. Yeah, take it all back, back to us. Now the streets don't feel the same. Every laugh just says your name. I see ghosts in every room, like you left me way too soon. But I know there's a timeline where your hand is still in mine, and we're dancing in the dark, like it's only just the start. If the stars would let me through, I'd go racing back to you. So take me back, back to us, before the tears and all the pain. Turn the dial, don't let it rust, let's do forever once again. If I had one jump in time, I'd go back just to find that first spark, that first touch. Yeah, take it all back, back to us. Spinning through the nights we lost, every second, every cost. I don't care what it takes to see the way you used to look at me. Take me back to us, when your heart still felt like home. Let me crash into your love, like I never left alone. If the future breaks us up, I'll fight time with all my love, just to feel that first rush. Yeah, take it all back to us. If time's a road, I'm going fast, just to find our perfect path. When the sun dips low and the night creeps in, we crack one open, let the noise begin. Got movies to roast, got tracks to spin. If it's wild, weird, or wrong, yeah, we're all in. It's the Powers Point After Dark, where the truth hits harder than a question mark. Laying down laughs, sometimes we spark. You never know what you'll hear after dark.
You ever lay awake at like 2 in the morning, staring at the ceiling, and your brain decides, now is the time to replay every bad decision you ever made? Not the big ones, not the stupid little ones, the things you didn't say, the call you didn't make, the door you didn't open because you were too tired, scared, or broke, or all three. Yeah, that's definitely the energy tonight. Because tonight's question isn't what if time travel existed? It's worse. It's what would you do if it did? Not superhero time travel, not back to the future, save your parents, fix the timeline, become rich. No, this one's crueler. You get 4 trips, each one lasts 8 hours. You could bring one person with you. You could touch things, talk to people, eat the food, feel the air. But here's the catch: even if you tried, what is done in history is done, and no matter how hard you tried, everything happens exactly the way it already did. No saving anyone, no stopping disasters, no fixing regrets. You're not a hero. You're a ghost with a boarding pass. So, what do you do with that? Because that's what keeps me up at night. You see, if you can't change anything, then time travel stops being about fixing the world and starts being about you. Do you go somewhere loud and wild? Some legendary night where nobody knew how special it was yet? Like a tiny club before a band got famous? A wrestling arena before it became history? A party where everyone was still young and dumb and beautiful? Do you go back just to feel something you haven't felt in years? The air, the noise, the chaos? Or do you do the darker thing? Do you go somewhere quiet? Do you sit on a park bench in 1994 watching people walk by, knowing exactly how their stories end? That's the part nobody puts in the movies. Time travel isn't cool. It's cruel. Because you know, and then there's the plus one rule. You don't get to go alone. You have to bring someone, which makes it a whole different game. Who do you bring when you know you're about to walk into a moment that might wreck you? Do you bring someone you love so you could share it? Or do you bring someone you barely care about so it hurts less? Imagine standing in front of someone you lost, someone who isn't here anymore, and you get 8 hours. 8 hours to hear their voice, to see how they laugh, to watch the way they hold a coffee cup, to hear them complain about stupid shit that used to drive you nuts. And you can't warn them. You can't change anything. You can't save them. You can only listen. That's not sci fi, that's emotional terrorism. Because here's the thing: we don't actually miss people the way they were at the end. We miss them the way they were before everything went wrong, before the illness, before the accident, before the goodbye that wasn't really a goodbye. That version. And time travel would let you see them again, but only as a reminder that you're still stuck here. And that's pretty damn brutal. And I think a lot of us would still do it because some pain is worth paying for. And then there's the dirtier side of this, because you can't change history, but you can interact with it, which means you could steal things: lost recordings, lost tapes, original lyrics, wrestling belts that disappeared, a guitar that vanished, a suitcase of money from a crime that already happened. You're not altering anything, you're just redistributing it. And suddenly, time travel turns into the greatest heist movie ever made. 8 hours, in and out, no consequence. No physical pain can happen to you, but emotionally, it can destroy you. Tell me, that wouldn't tempt you. But the real question, the one that screws me up the most, is this: if you had 4 trips, where do you waste one? Not the meaningful one, not the historic one, not the emotional one, the dumb one. The one where you go somewhere just to be an idiot. Some wild party, some backstage hang, some ridiculous night that doesn't matter at all, except it does. Because joy counts too. And if you only had 4 days outside of time, you'd probably want one of them to be stupid and loud and messy. Just remember what that feels like. That's what we're getting into tonight. And yeah, we're not just cracking open the universe. We've also got your favorites lined up too: Blunt Talk, Beyond the A Side, and a stack of good tunes to ride the night out. All right, 4 chances to step outside your life, 4 chances to see who you really are when nothing you could do can be undone. This is Powers Point After Dark, and trust me, you're going to want to hear where this goes. We'll be back after this.
Tired of fucking up your life the old-fashioned way. Now you can fuck it up in multiple timelines with the Chrono Fucker 3000. Did you marry the wrong person? Did you invest in Beanie Babies? Did you say I'm fine when you were absolutely not fucking fine? Just punch in the date, pull the glowing lever, and bam, you're back fixing your bullshit. I went back to 1997 and stopped myself from getting a mullet. Best decision of my damn life. Side effects may include paradoxes, missing limbs, and meeting a hotter version of your ex who still doesn't want you. Chrono Fucker 3000. Because regret is a bitch, but time travel is a bigger one.
Ever wish you could go back in time and punch yourself right in the face? Now you can with the past you punching booth. Pick a year, summon your dumbass former self, and knock some sense into them. Cheated, lied, wore cargo shorts. Swing away. I punched my 2004 self for dating Chad. I've never felt so spiritually healed. It's cheaper than therapy and way more satisfying. Past you punching booth, because some mistakes deserve a closed fist apology.
All right, we got a slew of new AI sponsors today, and we're glad that they sent their songs in, and we're glad that we got them as commercials too. So there's a lot of things happening this week with the 2300 Society, which, you know, everybody that comes in at 11 o'clock. Hell, Jay Hatter, you just became part of the 2300 Society by popping in when we started. So we got Mo in Turkey. Hair's getting transplanted. Big surgery. He sent me pictures today, and it looked really freaky. And then we had Dave. Dave had dental surgery. Sean's having a rough week. I'm having a rough week. Mackie, got no clue, man. And as always, joining me all the way from Toledo, the man, the myth, the Glass Town Gladiator, Keith Mackey.
What's going on, buddy? I can tell you one bright side to my week, and that's we enjoyed the shit out of the chicken that we had yesterday. And the reason why I bring that up is because last night I asked my co-host here if he fucked with marinades, and he set me up with a nice marinade for these chicken breasts that I made earlier today. And between his marinade and my skills at breading and double breading and deep frying crunchy chicken, it tasted just like Kentucky Fried Chicken. So there's a good note to start on, right?
Hell yeah, man. So today's show, it sounded easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as the week went, time it just got harder.
It did.
You know, because, you know, I was talking with all the 2,300 people, and where do you go? You know, like, do you give up the one day that you really want to go to this place that you really want to? You only get 4 of them, you know, and they're 8 hours. And yes, you can touch them. You can interact with them. You could talk to them. You could show up and see your grandfather and tell him who you are, and he will believe you, or she will believe you. You know, you get to be with that person. So, you know, that puts it in perspective. And again, like the song said, who do you take? You know, because you want to make it meaningful for you, because you only get 4 tries at this. So it just, I don't know, man. I kind of screwed myself up on it.
That was the tricky part, was the who do you take with you kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because I definitely thought about it. And then like in the middle of the week, Dave's like, "Oh, I'm going them all solo." I'm like, "Oh, can we do that? Can he do that?"
Well, you're not supposed to. This guy,
Okay.
he makes his own rules.
He makes his own rules, man.
And that stuck in my head too, Keith, because I was like, oh shit, because for people, outside of this radio station, we
Mhm.
still keep in contact because we all mass text each other, regularly, and just have fun, like a little pick me up commercials, and or like, I don't know, being with friends or talking to friends, man, or people you get along with. It kind of makes things better.
And I not only that, I believe the more genuine and real that our friendship is between us, I think that's going to be the appeal of the show. You know what I mean? People enjoy that when they can tell it's real. You know?
Yeah, in that statement right there means a lot because you and I aren't trying to be Howard Stern or Joe Rogan. We're Keith and Scott. And that's
Mhm.
all we're trying to be. It ain't even a try. It's we're just being who we are. Uh, and whether you like it, whether you don't, this show's not for everybody. It can get a little blue.
Learn to
Uh,
love it because it's the best thing going today.
you can throughout the week, I've been popping on other people's radio shows, just seeing what's out there. I even went into a religious African show last night and had no clue what they're saying. It sounded like dirt bikes revving up. I'm not making fun of that. It's just,
Right.
and then I start hearing rap beats in my head, dude. Like, oh
Imagine
man.
what we sound like to them. You know, it has to be the same in reverse because obviously they understand each other just fine.
Yeah,
So
it's
they
just,
must, you know.
you know what though, man? I was like, man, I wish I could take some of the music, that I used to send and all, and then put their chanting over the music. Man, it'd be a badass song, honestly.
Yeah,
uh, it's just, it's been one hell of a week, and like I told Dave last night or early this morning, man, this is like therapy to me. And sometimes you just want to get things off your chest, and what better place to do it than here? And
absolutely. Mhm.
Dakota, he's got his jury duty coming up. My God, I hope that one goes fast because that's boring as hell.
Oh yeah, those suck. Those
Yeah,
suck. And here, you know, they make you pay for parking, and it's like, man, it ends up. I know they pay you, but it's in the end, it still ends up costing you money to go do the shit.
yeah, but they give you like what, $30 a day? I mean,
Here, when I did it, it was $10 a day.
yeah, right there. If they're gonna take you out of work, pay you, like minimum wage, at least whatever that is. Now I have no clue. Is it still 7.25, $8? I don't know.
What, minimum wage? I think minimum wage is double digit now.
Is it really? I know some people making like 15, $16 working at McDonald's, which is like, holy cow, why go to college? I could just flip a burger.
Right, right.
Uh
Let
well,
me see.
that's cool. First paycheck for them. It's just, like,
In Ohio, it's $11 an hour.
it's just some places don't let you have any, like, your phone, because they don't want you to know what's going on with whatever they're doing. You can't look things up. You can't be deterred, uh, or deterred, whatever the word is, man. Uh,
Right, deterred.
it's just,
It sounds like it's like your
yeah,
French
man.
talking
Like,
about, yeah, fecal
like,
matter, yeah,
like you're
deterred.
giving Imodium AD to everybody and deterring
Exactly, yeah,
everything going
yeah.
on. Uh, it I keep thinking about this time traveling thing, man, and I honestly can't wait to get it over with, man, because it's been running through my head over and over and over, and
Like, longer
y-
than just this past week?
just like since I announced it,
Okay.
and also uh next week, which is, what is that day? the 16th, next Friday, there will be no show, uh, just because I want the 23rd episode to fall on the 23rd the following week. And plus, there's 5 weeks in, or 5 Fridays in this month, and we only get 4 hours or 8 hours. So, uh,
which is
yeah.
strange, but it's how they do it. But there'll be no live show. But between the two of us, you'll be getting something.
Yeah,
That's for
you're
sure.
definitely going to have something, but no, Sean, I get it, man. Uh, it's frustrating, but we want the 23rd show of the Powers Point After Dark to be on the 23rd. So at 2300. So how's everybody doing today? Dave, I know you might be in some pain. Sean, you're frustrated. Jay Hatter, how's things going, man? I've seen him in some of the radio shows popped in there. And
Awesome.
yeah, the more you do that, the smaller the world gets, man. The smaller the
Yeah.
community. Uh,
Still healing. Okay.
yeah,
What are you healing from, bud?
if you don't mind.
If you don't mind, it's not too personal. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about like got castrated or something.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Surgery on Christmas Eve. Okay. Well, damn, we
well,
just turned this into the recovery room, eh? That's not bad.
it is the damn recovery room today, man. I even asked Mo, I'm like, dude, you gonna come on still? He's like, I'll try. He's got to go get his head washed again tonight, and they have to scrub it a certain way so that they don't uh, fuck things up.
Yeah, it's an interesting process. I'm definitely gonna do a little research on that and see what
You,
what that entails.
if you look at the airplanes, like if you're at an airport or something, and you see like Turkish Air, and you see how some of these guys that come off, man, their heads wrapped and bandaged and bloody, and you know damn well they went in there to get a hair transplant. So I asked Mo, I was like, "Hey, man, what city are you in?" He don't even know where he's at, dude. He just knows he's in Turkey.
Yeah,
He said
that's
he
about
can't
all he
read.
needs to know, right? Yeah, he
He
knows I'm
said he
not
can't
home.
read. He can't read the signs.
Oh wow,
So, but he said it's pretty cool there. It's different, and we wish him a speedy recovery. Dave, we wish you a speedy recovery. Jay Adder, we wish you a speedy recovery. Shit, anybody else? Uh,
right?
uh, but
Let's hope
yeah,
not.
we got some new music as always. We got a ton of commercials, man, that I think you guys might like. And Dave, I think you might dig some. And Sean, I can almost guarantee that you'll enjoy the time travel talk, man, because I got a few things that well that I came that I decided on. And one of them's still in my head. Do I switch it out? It's that it's that one that, like I said in the intro, man, do you substitute something important for a dumb one? And it's playing in my head. I'm telling you, this show has got me.
Yeah, not to
And
give any
that's
spoilers, but I went strictly dumb. Strictly fun. Let's say this. I guess not strictly dumb. It's strictly fun.
well, it means something to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I told Dave, I was like, Dave, you don't have to call in, man. You could just text. And Jay Hatter, what kind of whiskey you got going on, man? And I got the Powers Irish whiskey.
I wish it was an Irish whiskey.
Also, schnapps,
Okay.
or so Jay Hatter, I give homework to like the listeners, and the homework, as you could tell, is you get 4 days, 8 hours each day. You could take one person, preferably with you per trip, so you can't take the same person 4 times. Where would you go? And man, I got some dark answers from people, and even I was like, wow. Like I told you one of them. I texted you, man, a
Hmm.
couple days ago, and after you said that, I I didn't know what to respond with, man. So
Yeah.
of course I'll tell you guys all that when it's coming up, and it's fucked up. So, and I imagine some of these might be fucked up, man.
Yeah, I
And like
imagine it would be.
and like an intro, man, it's not always cool, and it could be cruelty. You put yourself through an emotional, like saying goodbye to somebody or hanging out with somebody for their last 8 hours, or a different time frame when a person was younger and you want to hang out with them when they were able to run around and jump around. And now I say jump around, I hear House of Pain in my head.
Right. Got Whitey Ford going on here.
If you want to read some of those messages, Keith, because like, man, I'm blind as a bat, dude.
Oh, okay. Jay Hatter says, you're taking your dad back to your high school days? It says my dad back to my high school days. He was never more proud of me than when I was playing football. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure. You know what I mean. That's not 100% true. You know what I mean. If he was proud of you when you're on the field, I'm sure he's proud of you off the field too, bud. But I don't. Again, I don't know what your relationship's like, but I could only assume that being a father myself. You know what I mean.
And Dave, I used to drop you off in like Indianapolis area on the way home. Was that to hang out with your dad? Was that your dad? I forget, man. There was somebody's dad. I dropped him off and picked him up, and uh, I don't freaking know, man.
Now, if I can say something, real quick about my dad, my when these shows come out, my dad listens to the shows with the whole thing, and when I'm talking, he does. You wouldn't see anybody look more turned off than when I speak. You know what I mean? So if it's anything about the dad thing, yeah, trust. I understand that. You know what I mean? When I think I'm being clever and funny, like the old man just grips the area in between his eyes. You know what I mean? And looks down like you can tell. Yeah, you can tell he's not impressed with my
Raises
wisdom.
his glasses a little bit, holds
Right.
yeah, no, where she's at, Sean. The country. I'm not saying where it is, but the country shut the internet off to everyone across the country, so you're not going to see her for a while. And
You never know
hope
though. I mean, I hope, but you never know. You know what I mean?
it's just she's one of us. Like when people are with us a few times, man, they just become part of us,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
know when when they were here and when they aren't, and we don't overlook you or
And I never really understood that because growing up, the crowd that I hung out with growing up, we never did that either, and there was always supposed to be this thing, oh, well, East Siders, like, and East Siders, particularly, when we're talking about East Toledoans, East Siders are some of the most like accepting. You know what I mean? They'll take you into the clique. They let you fuck up. You know what I mean? It's like until you do something that they don't want to be around you, it's like they'll take in anybody. It's always like these outer places and the more uptight, stuffy places that make you feel like you have to like earn your way in and that. And I'm not saying I don't understand that because you can't fucking trust everybody, especially if you got something good, but that's really, I feel like that's the same way we are here. It's like, it don't, if you're in with us 1, 2, 3 times, and that's it, man. You're part of the clique, whether you like it or not.
Hey Keith, I don't know if you see Dave's response when I asked him about. Uh, I took Dave to meet his dad for the first time,
Okay.
so
You,
that
oh, no
that was
shit.
a.
Oh, I didn't know. I read that and I did not know that that's what that meant. My goodness.
I meant
Scott drove you to meet your dad for the first time.
I drove
Wow.
him up
That's
from North Carolina, dropped him off outside Indianapolis at a Menards,
wow.
and or a
Wow,
it is
that is a
Menards.
huge deal. You know what's weird is earlier today, for some reason, what's the name? I was making a joke about somebody can. I was like, and I was trying to think of what was the name of the guy that you paid for his wedding.
Oh, Shit, dude, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
Uh,
it
shit,
has like a then it's like a dude with a girl's first name, right? Am I wrong?
dude, I got a mind block. Like, what's up
Right,
with
Dave. You don't
that?
remember who I'm talking? Who you know what I'm talking about? It's some guy you don't like.
Oh, Trinity.
Trinity. There you go. Okay.
Dave paid for Trinity's wedding.
And that's yeah, because for some reason I was trying to make that joke. You know what I mean? I was like, just like Trinity. You know what I mean? And I was gonna say him. You can fuck off too, but I was being silly. But I was like, God damn, what was that guy's name again? Okay.
Oh, whoa, okay, there, Dave.
Right. That's
uh,
what I said. Remember on the show, that's what I said. They said his name, and that's what I was like, hey, you know what? Fuck you, Trinity.
there's a shirt, dude, that you could send Dave.
Right. We
Fuck
ain't
you,
forgot you,
Trinity.
Trinity. Hey.
Oh man. Uh,
Damn, on top of fucking stiffing you on the wedding, good lord. It says he stole $500 from Dave. So that guy gets the double, you know, the
he
double no thanks to that man.
he
Hmm.
gets 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Uh, and I don't know why. I just did it, man. Uh,
Right. Assuming we could see it. Yeah.
yeah, and I mean, this dude, I'm telling you, he used to be cool when we first got there, right?
Hmm.
He was my roommate, and I had 2 more. There was 4 of us per room, and one was Alan or Al, or we call him Slavin.
Hmm.
He's from Wisconsin. Then Trinity is from Wisconsin. Then myself, and then we had a dude named Spangler. And Spangler, he uh he wanted out of the army, right? So know what he did, dude?
What do you do?
He caused some ruckus, and then he sat on the floor and smoked weed and waited for the people to come and get him, dude.
Wow.
And that was his exit.
That was enough. They actually let him do that because I've
Done.
heard of other people trying shit and they're like, that's not enough to get you out.
No, that got him out because he was a
All right.
crazy one, man. He was defiant. Uh, cool dude. I
Yeah.
went to like I did a lot of stuff with him, man. But
Right. You just had
it,
enough, huh?
dude, if dude, he didn't like being told what to do,
Mm.
when to do it, how to do it. Because if you want your mustache, you can't have your mustache come past the corners of your lips. You couldn't
Okay.
have a goatee. Uh, and this is at our duty station, so it was like way more lenient than basic and AIT, which is schooling for the military, where
Okay.
you learn your trade at, before you go to the next base. And honestly, between Dave and myself, we could write some books on this characters that we had there, man.
Yeah, and that's I think sometimes the listeners, including myself, they forget that that's what that's who you are. You know what I mean? That do you understand what I'm saying? That you have that, like they think that we're just a couple of old dicks on here fucking talking. It's like you don't understand, man. The fucking depth of a life that you meaning you have fucking led, man.
Dude, it's just I don't know, man. We've seen some good days, we've seen some bad days, heartbreak,
Right,
fuck
right. I mean, well,
arounds.
let me stress that again. This cat is not just a podcaster. All right. You know what I mean? It's like that's what I said. If it was only, do you understand? I'm speaking to the listener. Do you understand Scott Powers is more than a podcaster? I will say that much.
I appreciate that, man.
No problem, buddy.
And like a lot of you, friends of the show, man, I've all lived a different part of my life, which is like, dude, my time travel is right in front of my screen. You know, Sean was with me damn near since like 8 years old, you know, uh, all the way up until I was like 18. And then I moved out of the army. Dave, boom, took the next chapter, you know, uh, boom, knocked that out, went to wrestling, then boom, podcasting. I told Dave, honestly, one of the best things I did was meeting you on Twitter and bringing you in because man, you have become a fan favorite.
Mm,
Everybody wants to know how Mackey's doing. And
that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. So Dave says, remember our Robin Sage. So Robin Sage is where they train the special forces. It's like their final test. Okay. And us being just regular army,
Mhm.
uh, we had to be guerrillas, like not animals, but like anti-military, and their job was to sneak in tents and kill us. Dude, it's nothing like your tent opening up at like 2 in the morning, man, and the guy taking a red marker across your throat and saying, bang, you're dead. You know,
Wow.
dude. Or they have like blanks in their M60 and they just pull the trigger, dude, and just keep da 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 when it's like super quiet out. And then if like they kill you on guard duty, like if you've fallen asleep on guard duty, they pick you up and they throw you on the ground, man. And then for everybody that dies, they just throw them in a pile. You can't move. You're dead.
Wow.
And
See,
then
what about the hearing? Like, because
uh,
I've often seen that people make the mistake of thinking that when they shoot a gun that they hear the pop pop instead that you hear maybe a little one and then it goes after that. Is that true?
like feedback on your
Yeah,
ear.
yeah,
Well, most of the time, like when we went to the gun range and everything, we had earplugs,
yeah. No, I meant
but
like if you
but
were
in
out
that
around the
case,
shit. When you were saying the guy with the M60 shooting at him,
yeah, yeah,
you could hear all that.
in that case, you hear the feedback. You
Okay,
know, you
holy
hear
shit.
this buzzing in your ears for a little bit. You know, it's like when I was in Somalia and we had to do physical therapy test, and I went running one morning just to like because I had no need to exercise, except for the basic stuff. And then as you're running, man, you hear a whip sound, and the whip sound was an actual round flying past your head, and it was really close to your head.
Oh my
So,
god.
so and then that was the last time I ran by myself in Somalia.
I guess. Yeah. Holy shit, man. Thank God.
Yeah, dude. If I was just a couple inches over, it'd been fucked up, dude. That's when all the Black Hawk Down stuff went down.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So but we are going to take a song break and some commercial breaks. And when we come back, we are going to be jumping into Blunt Talk. So stay tuned. We'll be back right after this. Oh, hold on.
Hmm?
Join us live right now. Is I don't know. He disappeared.
Did somebody join us live?
Oh. Oh, that was weird. That was
Okay.
weird, man. Anyway, that threw me off, but we'll be back after this.
We were kids in a fast food town, dreams too loud, hearts too proud. Every night felt like a movie scene, you and me in between. Now the days just rush on by like we forgot how to fly, but I still see your face every time I close my eyes. If I could bend the hands of time, I'd make your heart line up with mine. So take me back to the first hello, when love was wild and hearts were slow. Hit rewind, don't let it go. I wanna feel that fire we know. If the future tore us apart, our time jump straight to your heart. Yeah, let's go back, let's pretend right where we began. Every kiss still feels brand new. Every road leads back to you. We were more than just a phase. We were lightning in our veins. Now I'm stuck in yesterday, wishing you would feel the same. But I know in some other time you're still calling me your name. If the stars were just a line, I'd be yours in every line. So take me back to the first hello, when love was wild and hearts were slow. Hit rewind, don't let it go. I wanna feel that fire we know. If the future tore us apart, our time jump straight to your heart. Yeah, hear you when you call. Through the years, through it all, I'd relive it if I could. If time's a door, I'll kick it in just to feel your touch again. Yeah, let's go back, let's pretend right where we began.
It's back to school time. Let Sticking Together by JK on Etsy add something special to your new season. Show pride with car decals, labeled dorm and school supplies, or organized totes with all your free time. Whatever you need, Sticking Together by JK on Etsy is your one-stop shop for personalization and decor needs.
All right. We've got a lot lined up tonight, and we're going to take some wild turns before this thing's over. But first, we got to ground ourselves in something real. Had to make sure I was unmuted, man. This is the part of the show where the jokes fade, the music dips, and the truth cuts through the noise. This is where the fight game meets real life, where the hype gets peeled back, where it's not about who talks the loudest, but who holds up the things when they get ugly. We're talking UFC, we're talking strategy, and whatever else is riding around in Keith's head tonight. No filters, no soft takes. This is Blunt Talk, and Keith, the floor is yours.
It's time for Blunt Talk. Here's Keith Mackey.
It is another Friday night here in East Toledo. Time for some Blunt Talk. I'm Keith Mackey. Well, how hard is it to fuck up something simple, eh? My daughter and I was talking earlier this week, and we were going to make some macaroni and cheese, and she asked me, she says, if you add something to macaroni and cheese, be it anything, ham, hot dogs, anything else, is it still macaroni and cheese? And to me, the answer was no. It becomes a casserole or a pasta dish or something like that. Anything outside of its purity. Same with pizza. The way people want to kind of get in and call certain things a pizza. Well, it's this kind of pizza. It's this kind of pizza. And, reality to me, a pizza is a very basic thing, and it's basic, hard to fuck up, but they still find a way. Just like a grilled cheese. You take anything other than cheese and bread, it's a sandwich and not a grilled cheese. But rolling into that, I guess what I'm trying to say is the simple thing is, after last week when I was talking about enjoying Austin Theory and getting into him, I started doing a little bit of the deep dive into researching and checking him out, and I was enjoying this kid. And I tell you what, like I said, he's got the goods, he's got the moves, he's got the tools and all that to be, quite a superstar. But what it made me really think about was the fact that over time, my enthusiasm has been kind of the reason why other people have sort of not enjoyed things. You know what I mean? Like the fact that if I like something and I get into something, if I start pushing this kid on other people, then the fact is they're going to kind of let their maybe opinion of me and how much they want to have anything in common with me dictate whether they're going to enjoy fucking this third party thing. You know what I'm saying? Be it fucking music, movies, same thing like that. Have you ever done that? Have you ever recommended a movie to somebody and that almost guaranteed that they were not going to watch it, because they don't want to share, they didn't want to catch your enthusiasm. And I kind of felt like that's happened quite a bit, over the course of my life, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's a shitty thing enough to where I don't want to share things that I enjoy. And sometimes because it's not fair to, I guess, whatever the thing is in question. And in this case, it happens to be a pro wrestler. What's that? Not always the case. And I'm sure nobody's going to have an issue with me not pushing this kid, on anybody to like him. But I do believe, again, music, movies, things of this nature that I've had an extreme amount of enthusiasm for hasn't necessarily always been contagious in my experience. It's kind of gone the other direction. And whatever it is that I enjoy to a large degree almost makes it like not quite my thing only, but, something to where, a lot of the next people and a lot of the other people in my personal life, I've kind of rejected it just for the sake that I enjoy it that much. Now, I believe that you're doing yourself a disservice by doing something like that, because how would you know? You know what I mean? You're entering something with a prejudice in your mind, which leads me to, I guess, the roundabout point I was making, and is that I feel like even with this show, the people in my personal life are not listeners of this show. They do not support this show. And as much as, a lot of times we come on and Scott will say, we appreciate, even though he hasn't done it this episode yet, we appreciate you listeners, and we do. The fact that I'm on it, I guess to some degree, is going to guarantee that a certain amount of people are never going to listen to it. And they're never going to certainly listen to it without prejudice. And that irritates me. And I'm asking you people now, these particular ones that I'm addressing and speaking to do me the favor and do my partner the favor and not listen. And I believe with that, back to you, bud.
How are they not going to listen if they don't listen for them to hear you say, don't listen?
The universe will bring that message to them.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like religion. What's good for one person may not be good for another person. So you keep just cramming something down somebody's throat. You don't even want to do it,
Yeah.
until you hit like that breaking point and you're like, fine, I'll go, or I'll listen to this, it's, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. And you never know how the person's reaction is going to be until, if you don't ask.
Yeah.
So, so for everybody else that likes the show,
Yeah.
spread the word. We appreciate it.
Exactly. Tell a friend to tell a friend. But you know what I mean? If you're gonna be the type to do that, you know what I'm saying? That's not, I don't need it. You know what I mean? I don't need, and I knew that it was gonna be that way. It's like it's almost like another thing to like ask, well, hey, it's like, well, if there's a reason, if we're not, tight like that or whatever, or supportive of each other like that. Now I've often said, if this was, other people, then it would be they couldn't listen to it enough. But it's the fact that it's me and it's whatever. I knew that was going to be that way from jump. I knew I was going to stand a better chance with, pardon my lack of a better expression, but with strangers. You know what I mean? People I never met are going to give me a better chance than the people that I serve sometimes on a day-to-day basis. And you know what I mean? In my day-to-day life, though, you know what I mean? And at this point, again, I'm going to say that's going to be my change for this year. Not that I ever like really begged for it before, but I won't even as much as ask. I'm asking the opposite at this point.
But again, if you like the show, listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, we got South Ozman in the house. We appreciate you, bud. And if you guys are looking for other shows to listen to, the ones that
That I'm not on.
Keith are telling, the ones that Keith are telling not to listen to this show, well, go
Right.
check out South Ozman. He's got really good stuff going on. And there's a whole slew of good shows that are on Podbean, and different. Everybody comes from like all these walks of life, man, and you can always
Yeah.
find one that you like.
And you're paying it back this week, bud. Sorry to interrupt you.
But like right now, if you tune in live on Podbean, you would see a ton of religious shows, and nothing against them. Like I said, I checked them out just to see, kind of like paying respect to them because they are on their thing, doing their thing. I don't have to call in or anything. I just pop in, say what's up, and leave. Not that they can all understand what I'm saying. I mean, again, maybe they might.
Maybe.
I've been checking out a radio show called Late Night Confessions, and the host is named Jenny. Uh, I couldn't find myself leaving that show, and I felt like she was like talking directly to me, And even I was like, I can't leave, man. I got to hear what's going on, and you'll find all kinds of that on here. And again, check out South Osman, uh, down under in Australia, and some good stuff.
Hey,
So
South Oz man, being the fact that you have your own show yourself, and what I just said, have you ever felt that way yourself? Just curious. I mean, I assume maybe you have, but have you ever felt like the urge or the need to express it, that kind of similar to what I did? Be like, I'm not gonna beg you to give you something to hold over to me where you're still gonna say no anyway. So what's the point? You know what I mean? All right, we got good. So I guess it's like, oh no,
he's out
no,
the
never.
he's out the door. No,
Okay, never felt that way, guy. No, he's here still. Like I said, yeah,
I know, I know. He said he's not sure.
not sure. Okay.
Like it's kind of like when you put stickers up in bathroom stalls and everything, advertising you, and you want them to tune in, but they're not going to tune in because
Right.
some people are just too lazy to do it, or they look us up on Google and they're like, nah, looking at this art, which is different every day or every week.
Hmm.
Yeah, you know, I had somebody finally ask me, man, what's up with ET and the Hamster Squad?
Oh, really?
I got no answer for them, man.
They're
It's
just,
just
I don't know. They're there. Apparently, they
here come the
fucking.
loud ass punks from across the street, man,
Oh, Jesus
in the
Christ.
big trucks. But yeah, dude, AI decided to like throw ET in, because I was talking about 1983. Well, even before then, it was throwing ET and the Hamster Squad in. And you know what? If they're not there no more, it would be weird.
It would. It decided that it was part of our aura, if you will. If you see us, you see the hamsters and the ET. So they got to represent something. Hey,
And
I'm all for it.
yeah, me too. I mean, every week I'm like, hey, dude, you ready to see the picture? You ready to see the picture? Because
Fucking, I'm ready every time.
I name our digital secretary. I named her Monica, and so I always ask Monica to make up some art for me, and she asks what the show's about. So then uh I tell her, and she's like, only the other day she pushed back because I wanted a song, and she's like, I don't know, that's kind of heart wrenching, because one of the songs I was going to play on here is called "I'd Give My Last Breath." To go
Mhm.
back to get you, because the guy's girlfriend died and he missed her, and she when she died, she took him with, which and AI Monica's like,
Wait, are you
mm,
seeing this? So Sean says, "Fuck Monica, she got me in trouble."
oh, that's another thing too. You remember the artwork of Monica and the plaid skirts and and the joint smoking and the
Yeah,
glasses and
yeah, oh yeah.
yeah. Well, uh, Sean's close people uh, seen it, and he had to explain Monica.
Oh boy, okay.
Welcome to the
Uh,
room, Juliet.
she's
We
out
are.
already.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
See ya. Bye.
yep.
Uh,
See you, George too. George popped in and out, so
he's always popping in and out.
he is popping in and out. He's a popper.
So, South Osman, tonight, our main topic later on is going to be time traveling. You get 4 trips, 8 hours each day. You have to take somebody with you. And what's it going to be? And you can interact with wherever you go. And you can't be physically harmed, but you can be emotionally fucked. Right? So, because like,
Even to start, before you even go, you can be that way.
yeah, true. Maybe going back, I don't mean to keep popping it up, man, but it's like stuck in my head, dude. Like, do you
Mhm.
go back to a time that you were absolutely at your happiest? And would you be happy being there with you and, like your younger self,
Yeah. You know
And
what I feel could happen in that scenario is you could see yourself there and realize that that happiness was something that you just invented in your head now, that you really weren't any more happy, that it was just a different, a different set of circumstances. And yeah, I don't know. Or you could go back and be like, holy shit, I was considerably happier. This fucking sucks what I got going on now. But I would hope that it would be the first one.
right, and maybe you can come back kind of laughing. You know, the other day I had a dream and I actually woke up laughing at the
Mhm.
stupidest thing, man. Like it's stupid, dude. It's
Okay.
it's a
As
person.
stupid as me telling people not to listen to the show?
No, man. It was so.
No,
Uh,
nothing's that stupid.
dude, people like I landed somewhere, right?
Uh,
And I walked out and shook my hand, and they're like, "Hey, I'm Greg," and you're like, "I'm Ann," and they look at you and they're like, "Oh, it's short for Dan." It's like that was like the stupidest thing, dude, and I wasn't even on anything.
and short for Dan. That is pretty funny.
And I don't know why, but that made me laugh. What's Sean saying?
He says, I would only take volunteers that wanted to go because they're all a little controversial. So I'm thinking Sean's going to some controversial dates in history.
I know Sean would take somebody with him, uh, and I know he would go back. I'll see if I'm right in my head. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not going to influence. You
Okay.
know, I'm still flipping as the time draws near to that subject. It's still flipping in my head, man. Different things.
I'm
And
sorry. Dave says I'll go. There you go. There's your
and
first volunteer.
right away, I made the rules. Dave came at me with, "Well, can I do this?" And I said no at first, and then I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, it's Dave.
Yeah.
I'm going to let Dave do what Dave wants here, and we'll have some fun. So, hey, we're going to take a couple of commercial breaks. Then we're coming back with Beyond the A side, and then we're coming into some hardcore space. Sean, go do your 1 a.m. round, man. I'll buy you some time because I don't want you to miss this. So we'll be back after this.
Your shadow's on my bedroom wall, like it never learned to leave. Every clock is screaming out, but none of them believe. We were frozen in the moment before the world went wrong. Now I'm chasing all the pieces of a love that's gone. I feel you when the night comes down, like you're hiding in the sound. If I could slip through time, I'd find you in the dark. Back when your eyes were still in love and mine was still your spark. I'd burn the future down just to feel your heart. Yeah, I'd go back to when we were still here. Your name is on my breathing every time I try to sleep. I still taste you in the air, like a promise I can't keep. Every version of me breaks in a slightly different way, but all of them still love you like it's yesterday. Every dream keeps pulling me to the way we used to be. If I could slip through time, I'd find you in the dark. Back when your hands were still in mine and nothing fell apart. I'd crash into your love like a dying star. Yeah, I'd go back to when we were parts of you that still feel like mine. If I could change one night, I'd make it last forever. Before the tears, before the fights, before we lost our will, I'd rip the clock apart just to feel your heart. Yeah, I'd go back to when we were still here.
Did your dumb ass get stuck in 1963? Accidentally change history?
Get arrested by confused old-timey cops? Call grandma, time bail bonds. We'll get your ass back to the present.
We specialize in
Time crimes, timeline violations, and holy shit, I fucked up situations. They caught me in 1894 for witchcraft. Grandma got me out in 10 minutes. If you can't do the time, Grandma will rewind.
Cheated, skipped work, blew off a family event. Now you got proof thanks to the alibi machine. We send you back in time just long enough to create airtight bullshit evidence. Receipts, photos, witnesses, fake memories.
I missed my kid's birthday. Now there's video of me there. Even I believe it.
The alibi machine. Lies so good it becomes reality.
All right. Again, that was Grandma Time Bail Bonds and the Alibi Machine. We appreciate those sponsors. Monica just keeps sending them away or send them our way. So now it's time to slow things down. Listen a little closer, because not every song was meant to be a hit. Not every track got its moment in the spotlight. Some of the best music ever made, ended up on the wrong side of the record, pushed into the shadows, left to survive on its own. These are the songs that never got radio love, the tracks that didn't get played, the ones that were left to defend themselves while the hits got all the attention. They're the orphans of the music business, overlooked, forgotten, but still powerful as hell. And this is the part of the show where Keith digs them up, dusts them off, and gives them the ears they always deserved. This is Beyond the A-Side. Keith, the floor is yours.
Flip the wax, turn it over. Beyond the A-side, where the midnight rover digging deep cuts. Yeah, the freaks collide. Keith's got the sound from the other side.
All right, for you lovers of sound, it's Beyond the A-Side, your weekly B-side from the streets of the East Side. And this week, I may be doing you guys the best favor for your ears that I could have done so far, and then introducing you possibly to a man that you definitely heard some of his work, but you may not know his name, and he goes by the name of Alan Johannes. That is ALAINJOHANNES. And from starting out in the days as a high school band with his bandmates who were happening to go by the name of Hillel Slovak and Jack Irons, who were also founding members of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Alan Johannes got signed in his band called What Is This, along with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Flea, and Hillel and Jack, the same time that the Red Hot Chili Peppers got their record deal. And so they kind of like come from the same area. You know what I mean? Or not kind of, they definitely come from the fucking same area. But, they out of the same time, same lineage, as you will. But, again, Alan stayed with his thing. Flea ended up quitting What Is This, as well as Hillel and Jack Irons eventually, and going to be the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And after that, Alan ended up forming, several other bands, having several other projects, including one called 11, which had a song called Reach Out, which you might have heard on the radio, which was a pretty big hit at one point during the 90s. And the song that I'm going to recommend, the first one at least, I'm going to give you two B-sides from him this week. And the first one comes from his band named 11, and it is called All My Friends. And it's a fucking rocking one with a sliding, nice distorted fucking guitar riff and some cool, really cool lyrics. And now with us having the group chat going on, I can actually post some of these songs into the group chat to where you guys can see, get your own little taste of what I'm talking about. And I believe it's going to be a pretty cool thing. You know what I mean? You guys actually get to sample a little bit. And it says, South Oz, man, I saw the Red Hot Chili Peppers live years ago. I did myself. I saw them with Dave Navarro at one point, and I saw him with John Frusciante at one point. So that's was both pretty good shows. But I'm telling you, if you enjoy the Red Hot Chili Peppers, it's not necessarily guaranteeing that you'll like Alan Johannes, but I do believe you will. Like I said, he's made music with Queens of the Stone Age. He's a touring member of Them Crooked Vultures. He did a record with Josh Homme from the Queens of Stone Age's wife, Brody Dahl, and it's called Spinneret, which is an awesome album front to back. And the second B-side that I'm going to recommend from Alan Johannes comes from the Sound City movie soundtrack. So he has Dave Grohl on the drums in this one, and I'm not sure exactly who else the rest of the players in this, because that was a rotating cast on that one. But this song is called A Trick with No Sleeve, and it's a little bit of a mid-tempo, I guess, one, but it's still very rocking and has a huge, big chorus and, big soaring fucking chorus, and it's an awesome tune. And again, Alan is a great musician, and I believe, everybody should know him as much as they know the bands that he's had a part of. You know what I mean? Like I said, he's been part of Queens of the Stone Age. He's played on Chris Cornell's first solo album. If you know the song Can't Change Me, the solos and that's just pure Alan. In fact, they recorded that solo album in his home, and there's, honestly, with the time I have, I can only scrape the surface on this man's catalog. His fucking, just anything. His fucking, I don't know what else to say. His steez is just fucking his music. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. And in a certain times, he actually looks like he could fit in physically with the rest of us here at the 2300 Society. And that's always a good thing. You know what I mean? And anyway, so my two B-sides for this week is 11, All My Friends, and Alan Johannes with the Sound City Players, A Trick with No Sleeve. Check them out. I guess if you're listening and you're not part of our text chain, then you can check them out either on YouTube or Spotify, or if you're in our text chain, I guess wait till after the show and I'll be dropping them on you. So dig it. Back to you, Scott.
A lot of people, of course, aren't in the text because, like, if they're in another part of the globe, it would cost the text of, obviously, but that's where WhatsApp comes in. And if you got WhatsApp, I can create a group, and we could do a mass 2300 club there and do the B-sides and the music videos and hear back from other people and see what they think. And
That'd be
we
wicked.
could take the show beyond the show.
Yeah, one step at a time, right? You know what I mean? That's, I feel like we can do this, a little different. A little different is because there's, we're one of how many? You know what I mean? But we're still one of one, if that makes sense. Do you know what I'm saying? We're one of however many in the sea of this, but as far as our shows, go, we're one of one, and we're gonna do things unique here.
And I don't think there's another show I haven't seen, to have like a group WhatsApp text, because some of the people here we text anyways because they're friends of the show, and that's what we call our listeners. And but this way we could share pictures, we could share videos. Like, it doesn't have to just end here. Like if somebody's having a shitty day, which, let's face it, this week most of us have had a shitty week.
Yeah, they were abundant this week. Huh?
And sometimes we need that little pickup, and being around people that, again, that you get along with or like, man, it's always cool just to get shit off your chest.
Yeah. So. And it's nice to have somebody that you want to be your best for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you don't, if there's, you realize that somebody, it's like, man, well, they done seen all the worst of me. They're not, there's really no resurrecting, that fucking image there. But, if there's people that you still feel like, okay, well, they're new enough to me to where, I haven't fucking spoiled things yet, or they haven't spoiled things with me, to where it's like, I still want to put my best forward for the rest of you guys. And I dig that. I think that's fucking, I think that's, what do you call it? Like, precious. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that shouldn't be ruined.
Right. So what was the names again of
The songs, one song is 11. The band is called 11, and the song is called All My Friends. And the second is, I think it might just be under the Sound City, but it's off the Sound City movie soundtrack. But it's Alan Johannes, and it's called A Trick with No Sleeve.
All right, cool. And I see South Osman mentioned Screaming Jets. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah, neither have I. Wow.
So see, that's pretty cool.
Oh, you saw the Screaming Jets, not the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Okay.
Right. And
a little different.
We are going to take quick commercial breaks, and then we're going to take call-ins, man, and hopefully everybody calls. So enjoy these commercials. We're coming back.
I'm tired of dating in a timeline where everyone's damaged. With chrono hookups, you can go back and meet people before life fucked them up. Fresh hearts, lower emotional baggage. Better skin, pick your decade, pick your fantasy, and enjoy someone before therapy ruined them. I hooked up with my ex from 2008, before she learned what red flags were.
Chrono hookups.
Because everyone was hotter before trauma.
Missing your ex, or just horny for the version of him before everything went to hell. With Timeline X's, you can visit the version of your lover that still gave a shit. Pick the year, pick the mood, pick the version of motion he nukes you yet.
I went back to 2012 and slept with my wife before she hated me. It was beautiful and soul crushing.
Timeline X's, because the past still wants you, even if the present doesn't.
All right. Again, thank you to Chrono Hookups. Thanks, Monica. And Timeline X's. All right. Here is the part of the show that I've been waiting for damn near 2 weeks or a week. And again, before we start that, next week we will not be here, but Keith and I will throw something your way and give you something to listen to. Also, I'm going to be uploading different tracks that have been played throughout some of the shows, and just to give you some music to listen to, because some people actually like it. So with that, my friends, picture this. You step into a machine, the lights flicker, and suddenly you're somewhere else. Could it be the past? Could be the future? You got 8 hours. One person with you. You could talk, touch, watch, even maybe grab something nobody else will ever know about. But here's the trick. No matter what you do, history doesn't bend. It doesn't pause. It doesn't care. You're just along for the ride. So what do? Sneak into a legendary concert nobody remembers? Hang out with someone you miss? Just to hear their voice again? Or watch chaos unfold from the sidelines because you know you can't stop it? 4 trips, 8 hours, one person, and the clock is already ticking. Welcome to Powers Point After Dark, Time Travel Edition.
Step outside time. 4 trips, 8 hours. One person by your side. No changing the past. All you can do is watch. Powers Point After Dark. Time travel begins now.
that drama effect, huh?
That was fucking cool, dude. That was cool.
Never had such a better intro jingle, man.
Dude, that sounded like fucking. I know to some people, they might be like, oh, no, but to me, that sounded like Sinead O'Connor. And I love fucking Sinead O'Connor. I don't love fucking her, but I'm saying I love Sinead O'Connor. I love Sinead O'Connor music.
I appreciate that. Top shelf.
Yeah. Top shelf.
Here's the thing, man. Again, you can interact with yourself. There is no butterfly effect. I made it easier by deleting the butterfly effect from people, because some people be like, oh, you can go back to that time, but don't let them see you. You can't get caught by them, or you'll fuck something up in the future. Well, no matter how hard you try, you could stand next to Elvis Presley at 2:30 on August 17th or August 16th, 1977, while he's reading his book. You know he's about to die, and you can't save him. I hope I didn't spoil that
right.
with anybody, but the past is happening as it did. You can't change it. Again, you can go to World War II. You can't be physically hurt, but you can be mentally hurt. Seeing shit might fuck you up. So, I kind of made it easy. I kind of made it harder by throwing that person in. Who would you take? And let's just kick this off, man. Does anyone start? Dave, I know your mouth's hurting, man. I know you're probably on some pain meds. Oh. All right, join us all the way from the huge Grand Rapids area. Our friend of the show, Dave, and Dave's had some mouth surgery, so let's see what you got, Dave.
What a soldier, bud. Thanks, man.
Anytime. I can't type this stuff. It's too good.
I kind of wait for you.
Let's just take the Band-Aid off and let's go to it. Number 1, I'm meeting Mackie for the first time, and we are off to 1981, where we meet and get high with Cheech and Chong.
Love it. I love it. The first thing I said to my wife today when we were talking about this, I says, man, I hope somebody picks me to go with them somewhere. So thank you, Dave. That is awesome. That is awesome.
Number 2, me and Scott take a trip to Liverpool, to the tiny little club where the Beatles started.
Ooh.
1962 Cavern Club, was it 62? Anyway,
I'm not
that's
sure
awesome, man. To see the Fab Four.
See them.
I believe
in
the
that
Cavern
tiny
Club is
little
correct.
club where everything got started.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave.
Number 3, me and Dakota going to my best friend's wedding back in the 90s.
Movie?
There he can. No, his wedding, my best friend's actual wedding, where he gets to meet Art. He gets to meet his dad, who both died of cancer, and his mom.
No.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Took a turn on that one.
Number 4, I'm taking Mo, and we're going to the Playboy Mansion. We're gonna go meet Hugh Hefner.
Yeah.
There's my 4.
During what age? What are we talking, the 80s, 70s?
We're going to Full Bush 78.
Oh, there you go.
Mo wasn't even a gleam in his dad's eye.
Yeah, I think I might have picked like the Jenny McCarthy era where they had, you know what I mean? Not necessarily, well, I mean, she's two very good reasons.
So many amazing fucking people in the late 70s that you meet, plus hairy women, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah. Might be able to meet Bruce Lee there, huh?
Hanging out with fucking Burt Reynolds, O.J. Simpson before he killed his wife. Good times.
Right.
Allegedly. Elvis even went to the Playboy Mansion one day. So I was thinking of the Pamela Anderson age.
That's
Dude,
pretty
that
much
would
the Jenny
be
McCarthy age, isn't it?
that would
Yes.
exactly be the same era. Yes, I agree,
Or
but I'm
or
going 70. I don't care.
I would or I would love to do the January 1992 Playboy issue, which featured Drew Barrymore. But
Oh
Drew,
my
I
God,
would have
yes.
her change her hair because that always bothered me, man.
Oh, really? What was her hair like then?
It was like dark, short, and nappy.
Okay.
Curly.
Huh.
You know what? You're right.
But that would,
He was still hot. I don't care.
yeah, I'd bang her. I want to
Fuck
kick her
yeah.
out of bed.
Her and Madonna.
Yeah. Anybody ever ask you that question when it's like clearly nicer than what your normal, what you normally get? You know what I mean? Hey, what'd you think? Would you hit that? And be like, it's like, have you seen what I had? What I hit on the regular fucking basis? Of course.
I used to say anything with a hole in the heartbeat and the heartbeat's optional.
Excuse me,
dude. Even a fish stops swimming when Dave's walking around.
That's right.
Well, I appreciate calling in, man. I know your mouth's hurting, man, and we just want to keep rolling, moving along.
No problem. Out of your voice.
See you, buddy.
But have a good one, Dave. Again, that was our friend and longtime listener of the show. That's kind of weird, man. Sean, I see you tried to call. You want to hit that again? I'll be quicker on the button here. Meantime, here's my four. You ready?
Between time. Yeah.
Yeah. So my first one. Oh, hold on. And joining us all the way from the Mount Parts Unknown, Pennsylvania, we got Sean on the phone, man. What's up there, Officer Galvin?
Oh, not much, man. Just hanging tight in the secret bunker and keeping us all safe so we can enjoy a podcast.
That's awesome. Appreciate it, buddy.
No sweat. Pretty quiet night.
The task has been laid at hand, man. You heard Dave's picks, which were awesome. And what do you got, man?
Well, mine's going to be a little different. So, like, number 3 is probably the only time that I know anybody would probably go with me. But so first, I'd probably go to the resurrection or to the crucifixion, and check that whole scene out and take that all in one time.
And then Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. And then if I'm going to that, I might as well stick around for the sequel and 2 do the resurrection, right? I'll see him come rolling out of there one time, spend the day with everybody, and just see how that whole thing actually turned out. Not that I'm going to waver my faith or nothing, but just to go take it all in and see it rather than, and then I could put some stuff in the books to rest and say, yeah, that didn't happen, or whatever. But I could just go see it all and then, have no doubts.
That's a good one.
Those are great ones. That that makes me look at everything I have ready to go. I'm like, oh Jesus, every answer I came up with is fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's the one Sean said, man. Jesus. So what's the next one, man?
So number 3, I'd like to go to Vietnam, and I've always wanted to. I probably said that when we were kids. You probably got way better memory than I do, but I always said I wanted to go back to like some heavy battle, like in Da Nang or down the Ho Chi Minh, or even in one of the river boats, and like Apocalypse Now stuff, and spend 8 hours, and then if I get killed, well, then I just come back to where I'm at.
But you can't physically be hurt, so you're good, man.
I know, so I could Rambo that shit. That'd be even cooler. They would think I'm some kind of twisted war god or something. So I would definitely like to try that one time, and just they're like, we're out of ammo. That's all right. Watch this shit. I just go into it with knives. But I would love to do something crazy like that. So I mean, there'd probably be a lot of people that would want to come with me on that trip.
Jump on a landmine and laugh.
Right, and throw it at them. Chase them down, get some laughs out of it. Come here. So, yeah, that would probably be, one that everybody would want to join and go with me. Number 4, I'm definitely have to go in alone on that one. It was a toss up between. I was thinking about maybe going back to Woodstock and all that stuff, but I've kind of grown out of all that, and I'm not really into that big party scene anymore like I used to be. Now, if you had asked me that 20 years ago, yeah, I'd I'd spend all 4 trips into Woodstock, but
Which one? The
all of
original?
them, no, the original, man.
Okay.
Yeah, mudslides and brown acid, because I'm going to eat all of that
Right.
and see what really happens. Yeah, because anybody that can eat a quarter sheet of triple dip, man, that brown stuff ain't going to hurt me none. So let's do it up.
Holy
And
shit.
yeah, I did that once.
That's what I assumed. That's what you meant, was that you did that once. Oh my God.
Yeah, we had a whole
That's
sheet,
why-
and we
That's why
decided to just
Sean said I probably know or remember it better than he did.
yeah,
Yeah.
no
Did
doubt
you
there.
catch the story when I told about the Aerosmith song "Talking Me Down" out of the acid trip?
Oh yeah, what was that last week? I think, right?
It was something. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I remember that, and I was like, oh yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, we've been there.
Talking to the radio, and they're like, "Yeah, man, you're okay. You'll be all right."
Okay.
So what's the fourth? What's the fourth one, man? We gotta keep going.
I'm gonna spend 8 hours somewhere down the line with my beloved GT and hit that once and for all.
Oh, I know what you're
So, yeah,
talking about.
nobody can go with me on that one because that's a kind of a loner thing there. But
That'd be
that's
kinda
what I would
weird.
go do.
Man,
Right
those are good
on.
ones.
Those are
So-
good, man. And I appreciate you you calling in as well. Did you find this homework a little bit hard?
Well, yeah, sort of. Yes and no, because all right, so I'm not really a big thief or anything, so I'm not going to go steal a Mustang, park it somewhere, and go pick it up 40 years later. I thought about it, but I was like, well, can I change that? Because if I can't change the past, I can't take things that I would want to take because then they won't be there. So if I can't change anything, why go see anything, or just go take it in and enjoy it. But since you said you could touch and react and do all that kind of stuff emotionally, well, I was like, all right, let's go do this, let's go do that. But so I couldn't go back and change anything in my life or go do anything that would make anything relevant now, such as get rich, play the lottery, stash almanacs or anything of that nature. So I couldn't go back and take cars or invest in Google, so I might as well just just go see things that I would want to see. And who would I take? I don't think I would want to take anybody. I'd rather just take it all in for myself. If there's volunteers that want to go, then okay, but I'd take them with. But I think the places I was going to go would be just selfish natures, really, and just see what it was
Hey, Sean.
for myself.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
I don't know if you're reading while you're talking, but South Osman said he'd like to take 8 hours with the first human that took a mushroom trip.
Yeah.
You might be getting just the beginning of it. So which 8 hours? The final 8 or the first 8?
Yeah, that would be,
and not
because if it was the
knowing
first
what the hell's
person,
going on.
yeah, you wouldn't know what's going on. If you think the fucker's dying or something, you
I
might
just think they were sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be more of a worry than it would,
How
I
about
think I'd
the,
rather take
acid
8
trip?
hours a mushroom trip with one of my favorite, one of my favorite people that does that kind of stuff. Like maybe Harrison Ford or somebody that would go into an 8 hour trip with you. That seems like that would be a.
How about a
Nice.
mushroom trip and going
Harrison
into
Ford does
Vietnam
mushrooms?
to fight?
Well, I don't know. He really likes his weed and getting high and all that stuff, but I wouldn't put it past him.
Awesome.
He's
Well,
Han Solo. What the fuck? He's going to do something crazy.
We
He talks
appreciate
to
you calling
Wookiees.
in, man.
Yeah, he does. He talks to Wookiees.
And
Oh, you're welcome,
keep
man.
listening.
Sorry I
Hey.
haven't been able to. We've been on high alert, and we, not that I see any terrorists or anything, but that's a good thing. So
Right.
Yeah, it's a
That's
good
because people
problem
don't come and fuck with parts unknown Pennsylvania.
yeah.
So
Hey, well, real quick,
Mhm.
you guys are wrestling guys. Do you guys know of the Parsukanon story?
no.
It's Edge and Christian and Foley, right? I believe you talked about this before.
Right. I did. They were doing practice runs down to the ring and stuff, and they couldn't read the handwriting. And he said, "What the hell's Parsukanon?" And he goes, "That's parts unknown." And
Right.
so I've used that for different things. People ask me where I came from, and I said Parsukanon. It's down
That's
in New
great.
Mexico.
That's great. It
Right
sounds
on,
like it
right.
would be.
Yeah, but I've
All
gotten
right.
out of things that way.
Again, man, we appreciate you calling in. We've got a couple more here, and hope you enjoy it because I got a good one, Sean. So give it a listen,
All right,
and let's see what you think. All right.
all right, man. We'll see you later.
All
See you
Thanks,
right,
guys.
Todd.
bro.
Yep, bye.
Bye.
Huh.
I
South
don't mean
Oz
to.
is
I don't mean to be a dick, and like just trying to move because I don't want nobody
Oh,
to
I
be
know.
left
Yeah,
out.
we're on limited time here, but
Hey, Keith,
South Oz says 8-hour
read,
joint. Willie Nelson.
but scroll up a little bit, man, to see other that he said.
Okay. Oh, there's some good ones. This is Samaria with the Anunnaki, and I believe at some point on one of the older podcasts, I told the story where I had spent the night getting high, convincing myself that I came from the Anunnaki. So that would be a good one. I wouldn't mind going with you. Um, Egypt, the Great Pyramid construction. That would definitely be a great one. Nikola Tesla, the year 2055. That's
That's two
yeah.
different ones. Two different ones there.
Oh, is it okay?
Uh,
Okay. Yeah,
so the year
I was gonna
2050.
ask him to explain that. So there you go. Okay, Nikola Tesla. Okay, just to meet him, maybe, or just to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to, yeah. Okay, and then the year
See where the missing
2055.
12, where the missing 12 chest were that disappeared with his paperwork in it by a Trump. Uh, but yeah,
Oh
keep
my
going.
goodness. Yeah. I believe that was all the ones he said.
Oh, he said one more. A cruise with Enoch into the heavens would be an
Yes.
8-hour trip.
Yes, a cruise with Enoch into the heavens would be an 8-hour trip. Yes, I'm assuming you're referring to the Book of Enoch, which I have not read.
That'd be really cool. And
Yeah, the pyramids would be pretty neat.
South Oz said 2055 is probably the year I'll die. Wow.
Yeah.
So my coworker said he would love to go back into time right as his mom and dad were having sex, and before he inseminated his mom, he would kill his dad so he wouldn't exist no more.
Wow. So he's trying to back to the future himself, right? He's trying to Marty
Right, he's
McFly
trying to
himself.
make himself disappear. Wow. And then another one said he'd love to go to the ancient pyramids and watch how the pyramids were really constructed, just like South Oz man said here. That would be cool, man. Was it aliens? Was it just man?
Real tall people. That's what was it the giants and the tall whites?
Could have been the giants. It took 20 years and over 2 million big, heavy stones, So I don't know, some crazy stuff.
These some interesting picks, man. Like I said, considering I haven't done mine yet, mine are gonna seem all fucking dumb compared to compared to these, but that's okay, right?
So go ahead. Go ahead with your
All right, you want me to start off? Okay. What does it say? Almost said me and Scott training with Dusty Rhodes. That would have been a good one. Big Dust is always one of my favorites. Summer Slam.
Cool.
That's what if you ever say anything about Dusty Rhodes, that's my dad always would say Summer Slam with the list. But my first one was I may have said before, but there's been a discrepancy, I guess, in my family lineage, and that was my great grandfather. To my knowledge, I was always told was a full-blooded Cherokee Indian, and then one of my aunts got one of those 23andMe's done, and he said that they found out that there was no Native American in my blood, that it was Scottish, and then I researched it, and I saw that a lot of Scottish people had come over during that time and lied about their lineage for whatever reason, changed their name and lied and said, and one of the most common things that they said they were was Cherokee Indian. So I would like to go back, I guess, to the day that my mom was born and take my mom with me so we could meet this man and actually find out. You know what I mean? So that
cool.
would be, huh?
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that way there's no more, because I guess like my buddy Bobby Bouhet from up in Canada, he gets I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but he gets like small checks from time to time. They're not small checks, but he gets, checks from time to time because he's indigenous Canadian is in his blood, his heritage. So, and I've always been told that you can get the same here. Like my mother would be eligible for getting checks, and possibly so would I. So that'd be an interesting one to find out. But it's like, I guess any of the Indians, the Cherokee Indians, they have their name on the scrolls. And if his name's not on that scroll, then he's not legit. So I don't actually know his name. But again, that would be the one, like the first thing I would like to find out. And it'd be a cool thing to take my mom, you know what I mean, to find out for real. You know what I mean?
Yep.
All right. Number 2. Interesting. I believe, Sean, you're talking about a GT. That's a Mustang GT, because my father used to be pretty decent at drag racing. And so he used to roll up to the Milan drag race track up in Michigan and a couple other ones. And we used to have a whole room full of fucking trophies that this cat had won drag racing his Mustang that I think he called it Mackey's Masher, something like that. I have to find out exactly what kind of car it was. But that would be one that I would like to take my pops back and sit in the stands and watch him, you know what I mean, win a couple fucking races. I think that'd be a pretty slick day, yeah?
Would watch him win his own race?
Yeah.
Yes, from a third person's point of view.
That'd I mean, sit in the stands, you know what I mean? Whatever the fuck. I imagine that's the 70s, so we could probably get away with fucking, you know what I mean, hitting a couple dubs, bro, you know? Probably in this, you know, with nobody fucking being too much the wiser. But, you know, that, like I said, that'd be a fun one. I'd like to see it myself. And, again, I think he would like to see it. And that racetrack's still up there. And they still, you know, we went up there, maybe 7-8 years ago. But it's always, every year comes up. Like, you know, we're going to Milan this year. But we didn't, you know, we haven't gone yet. But, again, I'm going to say it this year. We're getting up to Milan this year. So, I don't know. Anybody else like drag racing? That shit's a fun, I don't know if it could, you know, it's a fun enough day. Shit. All right, number 3. My pick is I would go back to. Oh, let me see. Okay, the 2005 AVN Awards when Jenna Jameson was at her finest and winning, I believe, what is her most successful year that she won for the masseuse. And I would take our good buddy Dave to go see that one. How about that, Dave? See, I knew somebody was going to pick. I had a feeling Dave was going to pick me. So it's like, you know what? I'm taking Dave back to the 2005 AVNs. What do you think? That's a good one, right?
That'd be a good one.
That'd be good. You went in 86? You went to the AVNs in 86? No shit. Huh. Or you went drag racing in 86. Okay. Anyway, number 4 would be November 24th. Is that date sound familiar? November 24th, 1983, which would be the day of the first Starrcade, which has in the main event Ric Flair versus Harley Race and Roddy Piper versus Greg the Hammer Valentine in the chain match. And my travel partner would be my co-host and good buddy, Mr. Scott Powers. How about that one, bud?
That would be a good one, man. Seeing my hero again.
Fuck yeah. Kabuki was on that show. Ricky Steamboat. Who else we got on there? Ace Orton was on that show. It wasn't, you know, obviously I figured that would be might be the point when it was at its purest, right before the fucking circus came to town. You know what I mean? Because I thought, you know, WrestleMania would be good, but I'd say this first Starrcade would be, for a diehard, would be just a little bit better.
Right on.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and those are my picks. I have another one, I think, but I thought we were doing 5.
No, 4 to make it a little harder.
Hey, works for me.
All right, so the first thing I would do, you ready for this one, Sean? I would grab Sean, go to Lincoln County, New Mexico in 1878 to meet the regulators. And that, because Sean and I, when Young Guns came out, the movie, Sean used to be Dirty Steve, you know, and we'd hang out in this place called the Desert. And
That's
then right. I was Billy. And so we loved Young Guns movie, man, you know? So fuck it. 1878, him and I travel back in time. That is probably the best line of any movie that South Ozman just said. I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Jim Morrison fucking nailed that line, didn't he?
Jim Morrison. I love how people see Val Kilmer, and once they see the Doors, he's now Jim Morrison.
He's Jim Morrison forever now. Everything he's in. Yeah. Real genius.
Sean,
It's like, wow, Jim Morrison was a genius when he was in college. Yeah.
So, Sean, you and I would go to the Lincoln County War. We would be part of the regulators, and we would just be part of history, man. That would be cool. And you know what? On Billy the Kid's gravestone in New Mexico, somebody mysteriously carved the word "pal," and that's how me and Sean always sign off to each other. Later's pal, and it's reference off of that. So that's awesome. Moving on. I'd grab my dad and head to Gary, Indiana / New Chicago, December 24th, 1982, and go to our big family Christmas party, which I mentioned in an episode of the P3 PowerPoint podcast last month, and be with my family when everybody was there, when everybody was healthy, and just sit with them and laugh and eat. And my aunt made the best chicken and dumplings. It was amazing. It was amazing. Then,
so if you like chicken and dumplings, if I get, for 1 second, what is a good dumpling supposed to be like? Because I don't think I've ever had one.
So it's like when you cook these noodles, I'm going to say, because she made like these really thick egg noodles, and I say dumplings, but it was these noodles, and she made them fresh, dude. She rolled them out, cut it, cooked them, and put them in like this creamy chicken gravy, and shredded the chicken up inside, and it was just so damn good.
Yeah,
and I could smell it just talking about it. So the third one, I would grab my co-host Mackie, and this is the kind of weird, man, that we have almost the same thing, but I'd go to 88 and the Pontiac Silverdome.
Okay.
And we'd hit WrestleMania 3 main event.
I'm sorry, but I knew somebody who went to that. Yeah.
The main event was, of course, Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. The semi-main, I think the match that stole the whole show was Steamboat versus Savage. That was Roddy Piper's retirement match against Adrian Adonis.
Oh yeah, damn, that's a great one, man.
Yeah, and then that dude jumped up in the ring behind Piper and gave him an envelope. And Piper told me, because if you look, he hands Piper the envelope, right? And so then Piper looked in it, and then he, like, instead of beating the shit out of the dude like they normally do when people jump in the ring, he like patted the dude on the back. Well, Roddy told me what was in the envelope, and it just made me laugh. It was an envelope full of Coke.
Oh my God. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. I'll tell you what, when you want to talk about people jumping in the ring, at one of the house shows that we had here in Toledo, probably, I don't know, 87, 88, something like that. It was the Junkyard Dog and Ted DiBiase was in the ring. And some dude jumped the barricade and tried to get in. It looked to me like he was trying to attack the Junkyard Dog. And security rushed, and they beat the living shit out of this guy in front of everybody. Like, the one security guy had cowboy boots on and was like grabbing the top rope and like swinging himself in and kicking this dude in the face with his fucking cowboy boots, man.
Dude, so my first wrestling show I ever went to was at the Nashville Fairgrounds. The main event was Jimmy Boogie Woogie Valiant versus Jerry Lawler. My uncle, who I'd spend some time with, and they got me into wrestling. He was a mark, and he jumped in the ring, and Jerry Lawler beat the piss out of him, bloodied him, dude, and left him hanging. Security tried to pull him out, but Lawler was still on top of him, just beating the fuck out of him.
Wow.
So I even mentioned that to Boogie Woogie Valiant when he was in town, because he is from just a couple miles away, and every now and then he pops in the home.
Yeah. See, I heard a story from back in my karate class days, so this would have been like the late 80s again. was that one of the instructors was on a flight that had a whole bunch of like other karate instructors and a couple of wrestlers, and one of the wrestlers was Ted DiBiase. And I guess DiBiase stood up. I don't know if the people were talking, on the fucking plane or whatever, but DiBiase stood up and said, I challenge any of you little karate men, if you want to go, we'll go as soon as the plane ends. And fucking nobody took him up on it.
Dude, I met him when he was a preacher, and I usually send Sean all my pictures. He's like my Powers library.
Okay.
And I asked him to put me in the $1 Million Dream, and he did, and he laughed. he did the but
nice.
Even though he knew as a worker, because
yeah,
wrestlers have like a secret handshake, dude. As stupid as that sounds, they have a secret handshake to let them know, or that they're workers, and they're not just, they know the business, you know what I mean? So once you do it, they're all cool. But yeah, he put me in the $1 Million Dream, and he snugged it in, man. It was actually fading out.
Really?
Yeah. So it's good times with that, man. And then my fourth trip, I'd grab Karen, my wife, and we head to 1876 and head to Walnut Grove / Plum Creek to meet Laura Ingalls Wilder and see the real people that Little House on the Prairie was made on. And we'd hang out there, man, just see how the life was, I mean, how hard it was. And but yeah, we would I would take them there, and that was my 4. I had a 5th one as well, but yeah, not gonna.
Yeah. No, those are good ones, man. I love the Little House one. That's a good one. So we always watched the Waltons. I think my mom watched them all, but then when I became like a late teenager, we ended up, when they started rerunning all the Waltons, I think I fucking ended up watching pretty much the whole series with my parents.
Michael Landon was known to be a dick.
Is that right?
In his documentary, his son made his documentary about him, and I guess some dude flipped him off in like San Francisco. So Michael Landon followed him, then jumped out the car, grabbed the dude's fingers, and rolled him up in the car window, and then just kicked him. like
That's
fuck
creative.
the dude up, man. But you know what? My cousin, she was 16 when she passed, and she had leukemia, and she was in Seattle hospitals, and her favorite actor was Michael Landon, and word spread to like make a wish, and her wish was just to talk to Michael Landon, and he actually called the hospital and talked to her. It wasn't long, but it was about 10 minutes. And then the dude died of the same thing, man, a few years later.
Wow. You ever wonder when people get bad reputations, if they're not getting them from people like, again, he wasn't going to treat, her that way. But if you catch another person, I guess kind of similar, if I can kind of draw the parallel to like Conor McGregor. You see McGregor around regular people, you see him, he's being nice to anybody. Now, when he's around other fighters who have egos, who want to fucking, do you know what I'm saying? Who are coming at him that way? Yeah, then he's the bully. Then he's the tough guy. Do you know what I'm saying? And so maybe people get reputations for being a certain way around certain people who are also that way. Do you know what I mean?
Well, he beat that guy's ass in Ireland because at his own bar, and the guy was drinking another brand
when he slapped
of whiskey.
That old dude? Yeah. I guess that wasn't too cool, was it? Yeah.
And something happened, and it forced the guy to only be able to drink at his pub.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was part of the lawsuit that Connor did, just to be a bigger dick, was to make him banned from all the pubs except his, so he had to come in and drink his liquor.
Oh my gosh,
So
that's crazy. I hadn't heard that one yet. No, I haven't heard that one yet. I know he's always got some legal shit going on. You know what I mean? But I
yeah,
actually, but I think you get what I'm saying though. Sometimes if you get like you get a group of people who's trying to like not necessarily take advantage of you, but like, maybe doesn't have your best interest or just doesn't care for you, whatever. And then that's, they're going to be the one spreading, oh, well, and that shit goes quick. Like, yeah, well, this guy's a fucking jerk. This guy's a jerk. But obviously in like a situation like that, Michael Landon was going to be cool to to that
yeah,
girl because he knew that was the right thing to fucking do. You know what I mean? You don't know that he was like that all the, do you understand what I'm saying? Like he may
yeah,
not be
yeah.
like that. Yeah. Like, all right, here's one. When I met Triple H, Triple H, obviously, if you work for him, you're going to have a certain opinion on him. But when I met him, he was fucking nice. He was cool,
He was a dick to my wife.
Really?
In the hotel.
Yeah.
He was a dick to her, and Test was a dick to her.
I can see
like
Test in that way.
Test, she ordered Test a drink, didn't ask for nothing, didn't go up to him, and when the guy handed Test a drink, he's like, I get this all the times. Don't it ain't no big deal. It's like, fuck off. But
Right.
hey, also honorary movie mentions that deal with. I got to do this real fast. That deal with time traveling. Watch the series with James Franco, 11/22/63. Awesome series. There's only 8 episodes. It's now on Netflix. They're like hour and 5. Great. He like has to go back in time to stop the assassination of JFK. And no matter how long he is gone, when he comes back to time, he's it's only been 2 minutes, no matter what. If he could stay 10 years in 1960s, 70s, but if he comes back, it's only been 2 minutes.
Right. Hey, how about Peggy Sue Got Married? That's a time travel movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
time cop with the muscle from Brussels.
Fuck yeah. That was the coolest when he showed up right in front of fucking Jean-Claude had his sidekick fucking extended and the dude showed up and it was like an inch in front of his face. That was the part I remember most about that movie.
Also, if you like this show and you have an idea running through your head, you can always tune in or email us at powerspointpodcast@yahoo.com. In the subject line, you could say radio idea or podcast idea, because you can also listen to the Powers Point podcast, which is the show before the show. It's more tame. Like, I love the unhingedness because you never know what's coming in this show. And I love that fact. And the Powers Point is like, you can sit and listen with the whole family, and the preacher man. But if you have a show deal for that, put podcast idea or after dark idea. We will get to it. We'll research it, get to it, but no religion, no politics, because that's just bullshit.
Hey, beyond the A-side ideas. You got a band you like, you want a hidden gem from, I'll check it out if I don't know one already.
And please, as a favor, I don't beg, but I do ask that if you like the show, if you like what me and Mackie are throwing at you, tell a friend about us. One friend, hey, check these guys out. And for those that aren't listening live, go to powerspointpodcast.podbean.com, sign up with your email. Everything you sign up for requires an email, so I don't want to hear they're going to sell my info. Fuck that. Just sign up. Don't be lazy. And join us live. It's fun. As you heard on here, we got call-ins. We got live text. You got friends you didn't even know you freaking had. So,
right. And if you think we're the most dangerous or if you think Podbean is the most dangerous place that's going to have your info, oh man, that's wishful thinking.
And with that, I'm going to conclude this show. As always, we thank you for joining us. Thank you for adding to the show. Thank you for responding off of our subject. Again, we won't be here next week, but the following week we're jumping back into the 80s, so we're time traveling ourselves. And
nice.
We're going to talk the music. We're going to talk movies. We're going to talk clothing, fashion, toys, whatever happened in the 80s, we're going to cover it. So think about it, and then let us know what you liked about the 80s. And if you weren't in the 80s, I'm sure you've seen a shitload of movies or commercials, and we'll talk about it then. So with that, I'm Scott Powers, and that's Keith Mackey, and we're signing off. Thank you. Have a great week. We'll be back.
See you, everybody.
Drawer still smells like summer and a slam screen door. We were laughing in the driveway 2 a.m., swearing that this feeling wouldn't end. Now the town feels quiet when I drive by your street. Every memory still chasing me. If the clock could listen, I'd make one small wish. If I could turn the year, I'd go back to that night when your hand was still in mine and everything felt right. I'd tell my younger heart, don't let this fade away. Yeah, I'd change 1 second if I could turn the year. Said forever like you meant every word. Now forever feels like something I misheard. We built castles out of late night dreams. Now they're falling in between. All the things we didn't say, every goodbye still echoes loud in this empty town. If I could turn the year, I'd go back to that kiss before the cracks, before the doubt, before we came to this. I'd fight the future that took you away. I'd change 1 second if I could turn a year. Maybe in another life we got it right. Maybe time was on our side and you're still mine. I still see you in every song, every place I go. If I could turn the year, I'd run back to you before the nights got cold, before